Hello and welcome to On the Food Scene with Steve. I'm here in Fernandina Beach, which is located on Amelia Island in Florida. And with me, the owners of Story Song, Donna and Mark Kaufman. And it's fascinating what they've done here in this wonderful two-story bookshop and cafe. How did you end up in this part of Florida, first of all?
We were invited to, because of our other business, where we've been teaching people how to open bookstores for the past 30 years. We were invited by a client to help him design a bookstore downtown. And when we got here and started looking around, said, this could really work. And Donna made it clear she didn't want to do cold weather anymore. I wanted an ocean. We spent 3 years wandering around all different parts of the country to look for possible places to live. There was a book out about 20 years ago called Places Where to Retire in Florida. And even though we had no interest in retiring, it was a really interesting commentary by a husband and wife who traveled all around the state, and they looked at the good news and bad news for each community. And when they got to Amelia Island, their comment was, this place has a lot of potential if you could just deal with small town politics.
And here you are.
And here we are. And we love it. And we really do love it.
And everyone that I've spoken to here really love it. It's so charming. Now, your bookstore has a cafe with some great food. Tell us a little about the food concept. And also, before I forget, how did you come up with that name? It's quite nice, Story and Song.
Story and Song. It started actually way before the bookstore because Mark and I had lived in Nashville, Tennessee. Music was a very big part of our lives. And we would host our friends and singer-songwriters from Nashville. So we had a volunteer effort that was called An Evening of Story and Song. And so we did that for like 11 years. So when this property that we're sitting in right now became available, we said, this is big enough that we could not only do the bookstore cafe concept, but we could roll in all of the performances that really enrich our lives. And I think that when we hear about the customers who come here, Stephen, they've said every day we hear, thank you for bringing all of this to Fernandina Beach and Amelia Island.
And you sure have done that by my experience this afternoon, where you brought in a phenomenal author to talk about her new book. And what was her name?
Deborah Goodrich Royce. And we're celebrating today the publication of Reef Road, and the other book she has is Ruby Falls. And this is a taste of what we do. We love to combine the arts. So you'll see literary programs combined with the culinary program, a wine tasting where we talk about places to travel with one of our business partners across the street. So we will put in culture and literature and always food.
And music. I see you have a beautiful piano over here as well.
Yes, and we're in our art gallery.
Yes.
So the more we combine the things that we loved, food and wine and books and conversation and the arts, we have enriched our lives. Having this place has really opened up the world for us in helping create the community that we wanted to live
And it sure has the buzz around here. People say you've got to go to Story and Song, you've got to go to Story and Song. In addition to the programming they do, the cafe, the bookstore, I cannot believe that they also produced a jigsaw puzzle, and the book Amelia Island's Happy Places, The Insider's Guide. And what was your inspiration on producing these?
Well, it's all about a love of a sense of place, right, and community. So there was an author who came from another nearby place with her own book, and we thought, that's not a very great book. Do you think we could do a book for Amelia Island? So we all got busy. Everybody on the crew wrote a piece, and voila, we had over 100 pages before we knew it. Because it's easy to write about what you love, right, Steve?
Yes, it is. And the puzzle?
We've got a lot of great photographers here. So we just decided to put a call out for some beautiful images that show the best of what we have. And it's not surprising that it's the natural world that's the star of this puzzle.
It is beautiful. And I have a copy of this, or I have one of these puzzles to bring to my mother, because from here I'm heading down to see them in South Florida. So it'll give her, she loves doing jigsaw puzzles. And we're going to do this, and maybe I can tempt them to come up here one day because of the beautiful pictures. And for those people, when they visit Amelia and they want to do a little pre-arranging, what is your website so they can look you up and check it out?
Best place to find us would be storyandsongarts.org.
Great. And I tell you, you need to spend a lot of time here. They have the combination of both of my loves, food and books. And I could spend hours and hours in their cookbook section. I've got to go and hype that up. Is phenomenal. Some titles that I am not familiar with. So you've got to make it your point to visit here. And I want to thank you for your hospitality, Donna and Mark, for On the Food Scene with Steve. I'm here in Fernandina Beach, which is part of the Amelia Islands in northern Florida. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.